everyone.
Hi,
I'm Kathleen.
I'm Nancy,
and we are on the needles.
Episode
7.
7. I can't believe it.
I know. I was thinking on the way over here in the car, I'm like, is it 6 or 7? And how long have we been doing? I mean, it doesn't seem like we've been doing it that long.
No, but if it's episode 7, does that make it 12 weeks? We're just starting our 14th week.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we just never run out of stuff to talk about.
Well, we're knitters.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know my mom said to me one time, well, how many scarves do you need? I'm like, well, it's not a matter of need. It's a matter of we're knitters, you know?
Right.
That's what we do.
I know. It's like me with all my socks. It's like, I've got some, I got to quit saying it's like, we can make this a drinking game.
Oh.
Every time I say it's like, we'll start with coffee because it's but I have a sock drawer full and I have a gift drawer. How many socks does one person need?
I know. Well, you can wear a new pair every day.
But how much sock yarn does one person need?
I know.
That's an
the bigger
infinite
question.
number.
That's the bigger question, isn't it?
As we've all learned from the pandemic.
Yes. And winter is coming.
Oh, I know.
So we're going to need socks and scarves and mittens and hats. It's knitting season.
Pandemic. Masks.
Right.
I have lipstick on. Should we show our face?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
But don't breathe. Let's hold our breath. Okay.
How long can you hold your breath for?
Like, I don't know, 5 seconds.
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, am I purple yet from holding my breath?
Okay.
Woo! So behind the mask, we are real people. We live in Spokane, Washington. The weather today is gorgeous.
Yes, gorgeous fall day. It is 63 and sunny.
Sunny. It's been cold in the mornings. I've had to turn I was turning the fireplace on now. I had to turn the heat on the last couple of mornings. But yeah, and it's supposed to be like 80 this week.
Oh,
70.
I hope so. I'm not ready to bid adieu to the porch.
No, but I'm going to go out and pull the garden.
You're over it, huh?
Harvest the squash. I did Brussels sprouts for the first time this year, but they're itty bitty teeny. And,
we'll leave them out a little longer.
Well, the leaves are starting to turn yellow, so I don't know. We had, this year was exceptionally short growing season, I think. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it didn't get hot until a little bit later, and then it was really hot. So I think it almost shocked everything, and then it cooled off, and then we had the couple weeks of smoke. That's not helpful, but thank goodness that's gone, and the fires have died down. And what a terrible time. But I did hear that fire season is just starting in California.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Oh,
so gosh,
here's hoping.
Hearts and prayers are with you guys. So what's new? I haven't seen you for it's only been a week and 3 days.
Yeah, because we had to postpone because of the smoke. Have I seen you since I went out to Priest Lake?
No.
So Mimi is my wife, and I went out with our knitting friend Verena, who's part of our knit group, and to our other knitting friend Casey's family cabin up on Priest Lake, which is in North Idaho, and just absolutely gorgeous. And we had a lovely time. It was chilly, and so we were outside as much as possible, but at one point we were all bundled up in blankets and our knitwear and hats, and it was hilarious. And Casey she knits these gorgeous Norwegian colorwork, so she had on one of her beautiful colorwork sweaters and a colorwork hat that didn't even have the ends tied in, and it was funny.
That's funny.
But we had a lovely time. We've had to postpone all of our retreats that we normally have because of the... We
are having a one-day, kind of a mini retreat this weekend.
Yes. Yeah. One of our gals, Rena, is hosting everyone. And Mimi and I mean, we're having an embarrassment of riches here, but we're meeting some of my friends. I lived in Seattle for 20 years, and a couple of my knitting friends from Seattle are meeting us halfway at a little town called George, Washington. And there's a resort kind of hotel and winery there, and so we got not adjoining rooms, but rooms next door, and we're gonna spend a couple nights there with them knitting, and we're packing like our space heater and our chair, all kinds of things, so we can be outside and be with each other that
Well,
way.
it's supposed to be nice this weekend.
I hope so, and it's
Yeah.
normally pretty warm in that area of the
I
state.
grew up there.
In Vantage or in George?
In Quincy.
Well, in Quincy. That's just
four
north.
of my formative growing years. We lived in Quincy, and so Quincy is probably 5-10 miles from George.
Yeah.
And so I do remember the town is George. We live in the state of Washington, so it's George, Washington. They had an inn there called Martha's Inn.
Yep.
And every 4th of July, they would have this ginormous, and I was a child at the time, years ago, but they had this ginormous cherry pie. Oh. And that was a big thing. We'd go to George, have cherry pie. I'm sure there was probably other food involved, and then fireworks.
So they do it up over there with fireworks. I've seen that too. So I'm really looking forward to that. I feel lucky that we can do that and that it's going to be nice weather. How about you?
I not done anything exciting like that. I haven't gone anywhere.
But you are going to go to the little one day retreat,
I am going to do the one
good.
day retreat. It's this Saturday. I don't know for sure what time. She's, I think, going to start at 9 in the morning with she's got a fire pit on her deck.
And she's the best cook.
She's the best.
She's going to have amazing food.
I like to do a Zoom on Saturday mornings from 10 to about noon with Joanna from Stitch in the High Notes. I don't know if anybody watches her podcast. She's such a calm soul. She centers me. She just I really like her. I just like her. And so I've become a Patreon on her account, and so she does a Zoom knitting on Saturday mornings.
Oh, cool.
So depending on what I've got going business wise, I may catch a little bit of the Zoom and then go to Rena's.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing day.
I think so.
You need that, Nancy. You need
a day away, and Rena only lives about 10 miles from me. So if I forget a project or
right. Well, and don't we always think we need 6 projects to go somewhere and knit for the day?
Yeah, for 4 hours.
I know. I think I did, though. I finished a couple things. I'll be showing them, not today, but coming up at our Priest Lake retreat.
Nice.
So that was awesome.
So what did you finish?
Well, I brought something I finished a couple weeks ago, and I could not find this because our basement is a disaster. But this is called the Phyllotaxis hat, and it is a knit. It's by Marie Godsey, I believe. Yes, Godsey, and Phyllotaxis is Phyllotaxis. But we'll have everything linked below.
What does that mean?
It's a plant. See how there's leaves on here? And so it's a botanical word, and I can't exactly say what it means. But I did twisted ribbing at the bottom, and it's super slouchy, as you can see. And I used a gradient set, which wasn't probably the best choice because it doesn't show off the lace as well as it could. But I used a gradient set that I knit my Comfort Fade Cardi out of, that Andrea Mowry pattern. And it is loops, loop to loop is what it's called. And it's a DK weight yarn. And that's what this pattern calls for. So I just thought it was really fun. It's an easy lace, really easy lace pattern, really pretty. And I used did I use 2 or 3? I think I used only 3. There's the darkest one is like this dark purple color, and I didn't use that color in this hat. But anyway, this was part of our one of our Interweave knit-alongs, and so this pattern is still free on the Interweave site, and I will link to that in the show notes, and you can download it. And several people in our group knit it, and one of them knitted in a really dark, might have even been black. It's gorgeous. But I would prefer, I think I will knit it again, and I think I would prefer a semi-solid or solid just to show off the lace more. But I do love this. these colors, and I can, you know, wear it as a set.
Mm-hmm.
Very
So pretty.
That's what I have, and that's all I have. Oh no, I'm wearing what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Dissent sweater, which I've shared before, in honor of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's life and all she's done for us. And I am so glad that I knit this now. I've worn it many times in the last week, and I wore it up to Priest, and yeah, so it's been on or near me ever since then. And I have Mimi has one too that's a cardigan. So this is an Andrea Rangel pattern, and she's got 3 Dissent patterns. She's got this one, which is the fingering weight pullover, and she's got the cardigan, which is a worsted weight, and she just designed a hat that it's called the Dissent toque. And so for all 3 of those patterns, she is donating 15% of the proceeds to the ACLU. So we'll hop on Ravelry and grab one of those, and it's a real easy colorwork pattern to knit, really easy. So there's that. What about you? What have you finished?
You know, after last week where I didn't get, or the last, what was it, was over 2 weeks, didn't get much done, I kicked a little booty this week.
Yay!
So,
good for you.
I did finish the Mökki sweater. And I've talked about this in the other podcast. This is the one, here's the split hem, that was in the Lane magazine. And
that turned out so nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
I used Blue Sky Fibers Woolstok, and it was a little scratchy. And so when I blocked it yesterday. I threw a little bit of hair conditioner in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it feels really soft.
And so I did a little bit of the hair conditioner, and it really did soften it. And it's just this kind of deep burgundy color with a little bit of some blue flecks in it. So I like it. It's a little long. I think that's the style, so it'll be great over leggings.
Yes.
Yeah, in the winter.
Oh, I forgot to say this yarn is Kelbourne Woolens Perennial, which is a light fingering. So sorry to interrupt.
No problem. I finished a pair of vanilla socks. Felici, and this is in the colorway Punky. So I have those done, and it's just my vanilla sock pattern. I do like a figure 8 cast on for the toe, and I do just your basic toe. I think I wrap 14 stitches, and then
is that called the Turkish Is that the Turkish cast on, or just called figure 8?
It's like, it's a figure 8 cast on. It's a twisted. I think it's got several different names. Increase to 32 on each needle. I do it on a magic loop, and then I switch over to my 9-inch circulars, do fish lips kiss heel, up the leg, 2x2 rib. So I finished those socks, and guys, I finished my one and done project. And we'll talk, that's for our knit along, and we'll talk about that soon. But this is in the Inconceivable colorway, which is was a monthly yarn club for my Princess Bride Sock Club. So this is Inconceivable. It's kind of a minty green with a little bit of chartreuse and browns.
That is so pretty.
So I finished those. So 2 pairs of socks I finished. Talked about the sweater.
Awesome. Now, what are you wearing?
And what I am wearing, this is the Weekender. Right up against the edge, so I can't really stand up. It's got the
it's got a split hem too. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, I think I finished about 2 podcasts ago, and I finally got it blocked. And same thing, that the yarn was a little bit rough. I'm very sensitive to fibers. I can't wear alpaca. It's too itchy for me. So I put it on. When I blocked it, I put the hair conditioner in it also. And I put it on, and it felt kind of okay. But I thought, okay, I'm going to give it 5 minutes, because that's what they say with the mohair fluff. Give it 5 minutes. If it's still, and that'll give it time to let the fiber warm up to your body temperature. And by then it's usually comfortable. And this is great.
Yeah, and it feels really
Yeah, it's
soft.
real soft. It's very warm. I put it on this morning.
Is that Rowan Lima?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a cable chain ply.
Yeah.
But I put it on this morning, and then I was, we podcast in this little office area. And so I normally have an oversized chair and a cat tree in here too. The desk is over there. You can't see it. But I have to take it out. And of course, then you have to vacuum. And then you have to vacuum the rest of the house. So I was getting a little warm. So I had to take this off, but put it back on now. So,
cute.
And that is it. 2 pairs of socks and a sweater.
That's pretty good.
Productive.
Pretty good.
So what's on your needles?
I have a couple things on my needles, but I've already shown several. So I brought the thing that I just cast on, which when I show it to you, you're going to say, oh, what a pretty hat. But no, it is a baby sweater. Most adorable baby sweater ever.
So cute.
Fox Baby Yoke Sweater by Claudia Q. And one of our good friends just had a little baby, and she and her mom own a scrapbook store, and one of the paper lines that they have features this little guy, and it's our friend's, like, one of her favorite little characters. He's reoccurring in this company. It's called Doodlebug. And so Mimi found this, and we're like, okay, we're gonna knit that for her because she is gonna freak out.
What size are you making?
Cute. I'm making 3 to 6, so he can wear it.
A good size.
Yeah. It's pretty small though. I mean, I have it on 16-inch needles, so I think it's gonna be fine. But
that's pretty good size neck.
This is the hem.
Oh, I thought it was
it's bottom up.
That's a pretty good size neck.
Up. So I mean, I'm gonna block it, of course, so it,
What fiber are you using?
So this is kind of a funny story. So this is Barocco Vintage DK, and I went to one of our yarn shops here in town called Paradise Fibers because I wanted to get some baby yarn, because we also just basically washable yarn. So we had gone up to Joann's, and they didn't have anything that we liked, and they didn't have a good color selection anyway, and DK is a little bit harder to find in the big box stores. So I thought, well, I'll just run out to Paradise Fibers, and they have from what I remember, they had a pretty good selection. So I found this Barocco Vintage DK, and I like Barocco Vintage quite a lot, and Barocco is a nice company, and they do good yarn. They make good yarns. And so we are doing this sweater, and then also our niece who moved to Denmark wants a doll. She sent us a picture and said, if you have time and if you can afford it, which I thought was so sweet. And she's 9. Ooh, anyway, she wanted this doll. So I bought all the colors for this, and then I bought just some like more girly colors.
A doll or a doll sweater?
A doll. It's a doll.
It's
with clothes. A knitted doll. And
Cute.
it's called Posy, I believe. I'll share it when we start working on it. And so I'm gonna knit the clothes for it. Mimi's gonna knit the actual doll. She likes to do a little bit more of those toys than I do. So anyway, we have quite a selection now of this vintage DK, which is awesome because it's totally washable. And we can use all of these because it's hardly going to take this little sweater, and then kind of put it in the toy bin. And I think it's been around forever, so we can always get new colors. Because I like to do for kids everything in the same yarn, because I mean we could cobble together little bits and pieces, but some of my stuff isn't even marked, so I wouldn't know if it was washable or not or whatever. And this I can just give the care instructions, and it's going to be good. So that's all I have on the needles. At least that's all I brought. I am making progress on my that cable sweater I showed last time where I'd messed up on the length of the cables. I pulled it out, and almost to where I divided for the sleeves, and that took care of the cable.
Is that a
problem.
bottom up too?
No, that's a top down.
down.
It's called Dark and Stormy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm back on track on that one.
Good.
Yeah. What have you got?
Well,
Cast on.
You know, what do I have? Yesterday was a perfect Sunday. Football Sunday. Guys, I like football. I've liked football for years. I like my Seahawks. So I enjoy Sunday sitting in the chair. Usually have a candle going, maybe watching. That's usually where I sit, is in a chair.
Yeah.
Sitting in a chair. And the fire going. And I picked up something that's been sitting by the chair all summer, because this is not a summer project. My Cozy Memories. I have 3 scrappy blankets going. So I picked up my Cozy Memories, and you know, I kind of do mine in a funny order. I just kind of put a square. I kind of go up, and then I'll go across for a while.
Oh
But I think I put
so cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put 8 squares on yesterday, and I thought,
So do you pick up stitches on a previous square and then
you do? And I'm not sure if this is a free pattern or not. It's on Ravelry, Coziest Memories. It might be free, but yes. So you just pick up. Now I'll pick up here, and then I'll pick up along the top square, and then I'll do another square with a center double decrease. So it was fun. I hadn't worked on it for a while, and I enjoyed it. I also have a crocheted granny stripe, and when I get ready to, those are such fall and winter projects because you don't want the blanket on your lap. But when I work on that, I'll show it. And then I also have the Bits and Baubles by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and that's a really fun. So I've got 3 scrappy blankets, but I did work on this.
I love that.
And of course, that's being held in my basket that I showed before. So full of little leftover minis. And none of the yarns I'm doing in my scrappy blankets are Trilogy Yarns. I've got a tub full of Trilogy Yarns, odds and ends, and I think I'll just keep those for one blanket. And I'm just using all my other little odds and ends for that one.
Cool.
This morning, before we podcasted, I was just taking a little time to myself, catching up on another podcast. So I cast on another sock.
I love that color.
This is Felici, and this one is called 7 Seas. So isn't that pretty?
That's so pretty.
So
it's a little bit greener.
It's kind of tealy green, and some kind of a foresty green. And I think this one's going to be a gift. I think I know who the recipient of this one is, just because, I have a crap ton of Felici. I still have the big bag behind me that I showed about 3 podcasts ago. So I did that. And then I cast on, this was one of the dream knitting that I think I talked about in our first episode. I cast on City Limits by Tanis Fiber Arts. So this is... It is a top-down raglan sleeved sweater, and I'm doing mine as a fade, and that's what, she does have some fade directions. It's 2 fingering weights and a mohair silk held together. So you're actually knitting with 3 strands of yarn. So it's kind of fading.
Gosh,
I will show you the colors I am doing. It's really fun. I'm enjoying this. This is all done out of Trilogy, so I'll show you the different.
Do you want me to hold some?
I should hold those 2. Okay, so we start on my far right. The little ball is Stormy Weather. Next to that, we have Midnight Cowboy. This one is Poison. This one is Bad Boy Blue. I'm sorry, Aurora Borealis and Bad Boy Blue. So it starts with gray and it fades to the blue. And then I'm also using the mohair silk in stormy weather. So this is it. And
So you're holding that same mohair
throughout the same
Oh,
mohair
that's gonna
throughout.
make it really
So
fade
it's
well.
really, so right now I am on, I just am starting Midnight Cowboy.
So you can kind of see there's a little bit of blue
fade
coming out. Yeah.
And then I'll have Aurora Borealis. And then that will fade into Bad Boy Blue. So I'm really, really loving this. It's pretty mindless. It's got a cute little side detail, but it is a pay pattern. But so this is my sweater.
What's the side detail? Oh, it's got a little,
just a
little purling
rib. And,
oh, cute.
Yeah,
so
not
it's
a rib, but
like
it's a little
stockinette panel down.
Well, and
two pearls
actually,
on
this
side.
can be done reverse stockinette. I'm not going to wear mine reverse. I'm going to wear mine normal. But then if you're doing the reverse stockinette, then you have your ridges are like,
cool.
You know, the
knit on
words.
pearl.
Yes.
Stockinette.
So, yeah. So it can be done either way. So I'm loving this. It is flying. When did I cast this on? I think I cast this on, I don't know if I cast it on Wednesday or if I cast it on Thursday before Zoom. I don't remember. But anyway, it is flying. I'm absolutely loving it.
So pretty. So does she say to carry the same color mohair throughout?
I believe she does.
I really like that idea because it's gonna
it kind of mutes
everything.
Yeah. So yeah.
I can't wait to see it when you get those real blues in there.
I know the blues are gonna make it pop.
And is this your plush?
That's the plush. So this is the merino cashmere nylon.
That is so soft, you guys. Oh.
So let's see. Yeah. So that's what's on my needles. I do have some dream knitting that I'm going to talk to that I want to cast on, which will give me the sweater, the sock, the blankets don't count. And then there's a shawl I want to cast on. So cool. Yeah. But that's what I'm actively working on.
Great.
We have dogs howling outside.
We do.
I have some noisy dogs kitty corner from the backyard from me. They bark.
They got started. They get started and then
I think they hear a siren.
Yeah.
So anyway,
well, I've got an acquisition. When I went to get all the yarn for the dolls and the sweater, I found these, and it's that unique yarn that I knit those knee socks out of. And this is a unique sock from Earth Yarns, and I've talked about how much I wear like black and gray and white, and I love a black and white stripe. So I thought I can't pass that up. So I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna knit it or if I'm going to have my friend crank it. But this is what is this called? The Zebra.
So is that going to be
Zebra limited edition?
So that'll be long, like your last one.
Yeah, I mean,
so
they're
cranks it though. You won't be able to do you put a little increasing for the calf.
I think what I'm gonna do is have her crank it, and then I will get 2 pairs of socks out of it. Because I'll do shorter socks. Yeah, so I can have some shorties and then some regular.
Yeah.
That's if she will. I'm just assuming that Judy will. So anyway, I just thought those were the cutest thing ever. And they do special editions. And the other one that I've seen is a tiger stripe. So it's orange and black and white. And our high school is the Tigers, and a couple of our friends have kids there. So they have the high school in our neighborhood, I should say. So that's been fun to see those happen. So, yeah. What about you? Do you have anything new?
Yes, I do have some things new. But it's no, not all shop related. I was at our local Goodwill the other day. I was looking for some new some more pots for dyeing. Because when I do kettle dyeing, I do the big kettle pots, and I'm not going to buy them. They're too expensive.
Oh, no.
But I always just kind of walk around, see what I can find. I found an light. I think
Oh,
last
no
week I
way.
talked about how my light is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But that it's so warm. So I come across this light, and it is like, you can't see how tall that is. It's probably, it's this tall. It's probably 3 feet tall. And then it has the gooseneck light that comes out, not as big as the floor standing light, but the bulb is probably, I'm not very good at inches, probably 10 inches. And it's gooseneck onto the base, and also the light part is goosenecked. So it's got 2 goosenecks on it, which is
cool.
Interesting. But it's perfect. I can set it beside me on the floor, and I can just have it over my lap.
Oh, that is
so
really
I don't
nice.
have all the heat. And I don't know how much, I mean, I know how much I paid for my tall lights. This one was $7.99, and I had a 20% coupon.
Nice.
So I got it for like $6, and it works perfectly.
That's cool.
So that was
and that is good because those lights are it's gonna be great.
And it does put out a little bit of heat, but at least it's not over all of me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this time of the year it's probably okay, because when I get a chance to knit, it's usually in the evening, and I might have the fire going anyway. So that I also got, and these next 2 things are shop related but exciting. I got a postal label maker, so I can print out all my shipping labels instead of printing them through my printer. And I was using a lot of ink, so I invested in a thermal printer, and I have coming, I think tomorrow, an electric skein winder, ball winder, because with making minis for the all the advents I'm doing, I'm having to wind a lot of skeins into balls. Yeah. And it was a lot of wear and tear on my joints and a lot of time. So I invested in an electric ball winder, and I got it from Nancy's Knit Nats. So in the future, guys, if you place an order and you want me to wind up your skein into a ball, cake it into a ball, just attach a little note, let me know, and I can do that and ship it to you already caked up.
Wow, what a service.
Yeah, well, you know, you go to a store and you buy yarn, and they offer that. So yes, if anybody wants their yarn wound into cakes, I'll be more than happy to do that. So 2 big acquisitions and 1 yay acquisition.
Yes, absolutely. I need to go to Goodwill. You know, people have been going through their homes and getting rid of stuff.
Oh,
I bet it's
rid
like
of so much stuff.
I bet it's like really good pickings there.
Yeah, and I like to go on Mondays because it's senior day. And you know, birthday, 1 more year around the sun. Not that I wasn't a senior before, but now
you're official.
You know, I got carded.
Did you really?
The other day.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Maybe it's because you had your mask on.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't even remember where I was at, but I think I was buying a bottle of some kind of spirit. And I just chuckled. It's like,
that's hilarious.
So that was funny. So anyway, do you have any dream knitting?
You know, I didn't do that category this time. I am thinking about kind of what to cast on next, and I've got 2 sweaters. 3 sweaters I need to finish. And then I might do it's almost like a poncho type thing. And I don't remember the name of it. But,
is that the one that Carmen did?
Oh, that's called Lefty. No, that's awesome. But no, this is the one that Chris has down at her shop, our local shop, Knit the Studio, and it's just really cute. And I tried it on, and it feels really good. And you don't feel, you know, like you can't lift your arms in it, and it's just really flattering. So I might do that. And I have some Woolstok tinned, is that what it's called? It's the DK weight yarn. I have 2 skeins of that, and then Chris carries that yarn too, and that's what she knitted in. And I think I was talking to another friend who wants to make it, and we're like, I think it's the yarn. Like, yeah, I think it is the yarn.
Yarn, totally. Sometimes,
yeah, totally. And it's really just so, I love that yarn anyway. They make the softest yarn.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
Okay, so let's see. I should have had this pulled up. I am going to do Pure Joy by Joji Locatelli. Oh gosh, let's see if I can turn that brightness down a bit.
Oh, I love that.
And
is that 3 colors?
It's 2.
2. Okay.
2 colors, and it's short rows and garter stitch. And you know, I'm not a green person.
You're wearing green. It looks good.
But this is a blue green.
Okay.
I'm not a yellow green person.
Gotcha.
But I had these 2 yarns just sitting on my shelf, and I just thought I really liked the color combination.
I love it. So bright.
So so
happy.
this is plush base in my blush colorway, which is just, it's a little bit darker than it's coming across. I'll make you guys dizzy there. It's a little bit more of a rosy than it looks real pale on the screen. And then this is my chartreuse colorway. Just kind of a limey green. And I just thought that would be really fun. And I don't know if it's something I'll just do for the shop. I don't go anywhere right now where I wear shawls.
I know.
But so I want to cast that on. So I'm going to cast that on, I think, this week. If I can put that sweater down, because I'm loving that sweater.
Well, I feel like you're going to be done with that sweater before you know it.
Well, it's like a worsted weight.
Yeah.
Although the Mökki, the red one that I did, was worsted, and it's just kind of took forever. I don't know.
It's pretty long though.
It's very long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's probably is my dream knitting that I'm going to cast on.
Cool. I think we need to make a concerted effort, all of us knitters, to wear our knitwear whenever we go out. Even if you're going to the store, I'm thinking put on a scarf.
Well, and
show off your stuff.
Yeah, I do when it's cold.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't know. I don't tend to. I tend to put on a sweatshirt and sweats or leggings, especially now. I'm not leaving the house.
No, yeah, that's true. I guess last year when I was working, I would do that. But and 9 times out of 10, the checker's going to comment on that, and then you generate conversation. And,
right.
And you never know when you might meet a knitter. So.
A knitter out in the wild.
A knitter, yeah. Should we talk about our knit along?
Yes,
Speaking of knitters in the wild. So our knit along will wind up on, Wednesday at midnight, September 30th. It's our knit one and done, knit along, crochet along. We're doing it with 5 other podcasters. We have Cody Knits, Needles at the Ready, Sweet Tea No Shade, Fiber Hustle, and Creative Obsession. We've all talked about this, and they've talked about it on their podcast. So it's coming to an end. It's been fun seeing the projects. We have people, we're doing ours through our Ravelry page. Our group is on the Needles and Knitting podcast on Ravelry. So be sure and get your pictures uploaded by Wednesday at midnight. And you can double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple dip on this. And the other podcasters all have fun prizes. We have 2. We'll be doing a random number generator drawing. And actually, I can do that Thursday morning, and then I'll ear burn the winners on Ravelry. And then our next podcast, which will be in 2 weeks or fortnight, is Needles at the Ready call it. We'll let you know who the winners are there. And if we have their permission, we'll show you their project. So we'll be doing a random number generator. And the winner will get this amazing Knit One and Done mug. Get your single skein project there on the back. It'll be filled with some goodies. And then you also can, the winner can go to my shop and pick out a skein of yarn that they would like and a color that they want and a base that they want. Let us know, and we'll ship that out to you too. And we'll do all this when we ear burn you on Ravelry about your winning. And then the second prize is we're going to do another drawing for those that have done their projects out of Trilogy Yarn. And the winner of that will be gifted a Christmas Advent calendar. So that's a really fun prize.
Yeah,
it's a big prize. So
that's why you got to enter
many
times.
Yeah, and it's got to be at least a 50-gram project. If you want to do color work, make sure it's under 100 grams. We just want it to be a single skein. Let everybody kind of get a head start on their gift knitting. I must be talking a lot. I'm winded.
Well,
it's the mask.
Yeah, let's blame it all on the mask.
It's all on the mask. Yeah, so that's the knit along.
I can't believe it's already almost done.
I know. What are we
going to do? We just started.
What are we going to do for our next one?
I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? Leave a comment.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, like, subscribe. Let us know. It's fun, and doing it with other podcasters has been fun too. We've been having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So but we'll have to do another one.
Yes, absolutely.
And then as we get a little more advanced in our podcasting, a little more words. I guess I've not had enough coffee. What I'm saying to say, maybe some awesome makers would like to gift some prizes, and that way we can get some of their stuff out to people that may not normally try something.
Yeah.
Of other makers. So that's fun. So yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have anything else?
I have a favorite. I just got this yarn bowl down at Chris's Knit the Studio, and I love it. It is so pretty. It's wooden, and it's from Bryson, Bryson, and so you can find these in many yarn shops. Bryson is a big distributor in the industry. So Mimi has one too, and it was also from Bryson. So they're doing the yarn bowls.
I think I've got a Bryson.
Yeah, and it's a little bit taller, and it has a little lip on it. And depending on how big your ball is, it's kind of good to have a taller one, I think. But
I almost pulled
works.
a Jody.
You did? What did you say?
You said balls.
Oh, I did. Anyway, yeah, so I love these, and they are pretty, they're a good gift for knitters. Good gift if you have any knitter friends that you want to gift things to. So I put my yarn through here, because if you put it through here, you're pretty much, you can't, you got to cut it to change yarns or use this for a different project. So there's that.
I keep mine sitting beside my chair when I sit in a chair, and I think we've already decided that I usually sit in a chair.
Yes.
But I tend to throw stitch markers and scissors.
Well, for a long time I had one, and I kept nail polish in it. So, but now I'm trying to use it a little bit more, because I have started to pull from the outside more, especially like with this project, because this is going to be used for so many things. I don't want to pull from the middle and then have this kind of mess. So if I pull from the outside, it'll stay into a ball.
So, yeah, cool. Okay, well, I have some shop news, if that's all.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a bunch of stuff here, guys. First of all, I am thinking about carrying another new base. So let me know down below what you think. I have dyed some of this up. I've already sent some out, but this is bulky.
Ooh.
So this isn't that?
Oh,
it's 100% superwash merino. It's just
really
undyed,
nice and soft.
But it's really got a nice nice twist to it. I don't do much with bulky yarns.
Is it
I love
bulky
it.
or Aran?
It's a bulky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is their bulky. It's 106 yards for 100 grams, but it's really soft, and it, of course, it's superwash merino, so it took the dye really nice. So just comment down below if you think that might be something that you would be interested in. I might kind of have it more as a dyed to order, and truthfully, that's how a lot of my yarns are. When I get an order, I have a pretty good size amount of yarn dyed up, but if I don't happen to have that colorway, it just takes me a couple days to get it dyed up and out to you. I think
did you lose something?
I think I lost something. It was a oh, I found it. Okay, so I wanted to show some yarns from the shop. I do have some new colorways. Oh, and I do want to talk to you guys about this kit that I have. This is a 5 skein sport weight yarn kit. Sorry for the crinkle. That wasn't oops when I dyed it up. So it's a sweater's quantity, and it's cream and kind of a, it's not a red, it's more of a pomegranate type of red color to it.
Poppy, it's really pretty.
So it's in the shop. It's there. It's $100 for the 5-pack. So there it is, and there's 328 yards. So 16, a little over 1,600 yards.
And it's sport weight?
Sport weight, superwash merino. So I had that in the shop. Let's see some of the new colorways I've got. Actually, because they're at the bottom. So I've got a couple, you know, it's getting to be hat season. So I've got a couple of hats here. This is
so pretty.
Lenny hat. And this is done, let's see, this one I did, it's by Isabel Kramer. And I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry. But I carried my Cabernet on the plush base, and I carried it along with the Cabernet on the mohair base. So it does have the nice halo. It's nice and soft. So this is a good hat pattern with the mohair. And then the other one I have is called Sparkling Cider, and it's got
so pretty
beads in it. Now this is a pay pattern. It's on Ravelry, called Sparkling Cider, and it's by Kristen Lerher. She's the Woolen Vines yarn. So it's really fun to do a hat with mohair. Makes it super soft. Here is my pumpkin spice latte on my plush base, and then here's the mohair silk. So that would be a good hat.
That is such a pretty combo. And if you want to jump into beads, that's a good project to do it on.
Yeah, and you just crochet those beads on.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Beads. Here's mohair, and this is my plush, which is the merino cashmere nylon in Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, I love that.
So I have that
Midnight Cowboy is one of my favorites.
Here it is in Sand Dune. Just a nice neutral.
Yeah.
This
really
one
pretty.
would be really pretty with the beads.
Yes.
So this is Sand Dune.
That would really show off.
Make a nice hat.
Yeah.
And Cabernet. So this is the colorway that my hat, the Lenny hat, was done up in the Cabernet colorway.
That's such a beautiful deep.
Just a deep
color. Yeah. It's interesting how the mohair takes it so much.
It's so much darker,
and I love that combo.
Yeah, it does. Did I show this last time?
You have shown it before. I don't know if it was last week, but.
So the tilted cowl, I think I have shown that. 3-color cowl.
It looks pretty with that sweater.
Yeah. So it's just a very simple pattern on Ravelry. So here's another mohair. This is in the jovial, kind of a mauve-y.
It's like a sophisticated pink.
Yeah. So I thought for the tilted cowl.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Sand dune. This is all done in fingering. So sand dune, little nugget, and wicked.
That is a gorgeous combo.
So that would be a nice tilted cowl.
Oh my gosh, which one do I like best?
Whiskey, rusted, teddy bear.
Wow.
This would be a gorgeous
That would be so
fall.
chic. I love that.
3-color cowl.
She's putting all these in front of me. I'm just going to scoop them into my bag.
And I guess that was all that I have for you. So that was all for, I mean, just some color suggestions.
Yeah.
Some of the new color, sorry, I have fuzz, mohair. The new colorways, I have 4 new colorways in the shop. I have 3 in my hand. There is, smells like a goat. I have, here it is, sorry. So I have 4 new colorways in the shop, and I think I have shown these before. This is Herd of Turtles. And these will, I'm going to put these up in the shop by the time this is uploaded. These new colorways.
How did you come up with the names for
Herd
these?
of Turtles. Sweet Tea No Shade. Scott and John. John was trying to remember if it was a colorway or a yarn, and he kept saying Herd of Turtles. So I said, okay, John, you need a Herd of Turtles. So there's Herd of Turtles. And then they were talking, Scott was talking to his mom, Betty Ann. And if you guys don't watch Sweet Tea No Shade, you have to go watch them. They're hilarious.
It's really fun podcast on YouTube.
Scott tends to pick on his mom, Betty Ann. And so she was actually on the podcast one time talking to her, and she made some comment that the yarn smelled like a goat. So Betty Ann, smells like a goat. And this has got some grays, some blacks, some golds in it.
Goat colors.
And then Harvest Fields. Good. Nice. And this would go gorgeous
good
with
fall yarn.
Whiskey. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whiskey. I don't know that I have a green. Here's a green.
Yeah.
So that's Harvest Fields. And then the newest one I did, and this really was a happy accident. So I was going for something else,
cool.
And this is the new one. So this is called Happy Accident. So those 4 colors will be up in the shop. I also need to put up some new sock kits. I'm running low on my sock kits. So I'm going to have some new sock kits up. And then I wanted to show you one more thing in the worsted weight. I just think these colors would make a gorgeous, gorgeous sweater. You've got, I think, this gold, pumpkin spice latte and lichen. Wouldn't that be a pretty, what is it?
Yes.
Super simple.
That's the one I just
Yeah,
finished.
the super simple
summer
sweater. I think would be so gorgeous. Either those 2 colors. What about denim and pumpkin spice latte?
I love that.
Or you could go, this is Cabernet and denim. You could do something real rich.
I love all 4 of those.
Yeah. So, start thinking of fall knitting too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And I will be having another newsletter. It will be going out probably within the next week or so. So be sure and go to the shop at trilogyyarn.com and sign up for the newsletter, because we do send out little coupon codes and stuff. So, yeah. So, gosh.
I don't know which one of these I'm going to scoop into my bag. I like this one.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah,
This is...
Well, that's teddy bear.
Cocoa.
No, it's teddy bear. I know it.
Teddy bear?
It's teddy bear. Yeah.
And Sand Dune and Little Nugget.
Little Nugget.
I think that would be beautiful. Something.
Nice neutral.
Yes.
It would make a nice tilted cowl.
Yes. Or 3-color cashmere.
Oh, the 3-color
Yeah.
cashmere. Yes.
Be gorgeous.
Yes.
Cool. You got a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to try to start doing some live shop updates maybe on the off weeks that we don't podcast. I feel like I'm kind of getting caught up a little bit with everything that's been going on. So, keep an eye out for those. Follow me on Instagram. I think all of our information will be down below. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll just show some colorways, some new colorways, color combinations.
Very cool.
Certainly comment if you have any questions, any requests. I am going to do the Pride and Prejudice
Oh, yay!
Club. It's probably going to be another week before I launch that. I'll have it out on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 3-month subscription, and I'm going to be using my Merino Cashmere Nylon DK weight.
Oh,
They
cool.
will be full skeins.
Nice.
So, all Pride and Prejudice themed.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm a huge fan. I can help you name those.
Awesome. That would be good.
All right.
So, here's another new colorway I'm playing with.
Oh, I like that.
I think
Purple and
I
green.
tend to do a lot of purples and greens, but this one I'm going to be calling Stargazer.
Oh, I love that. Perfect.
So, and I was just kind of pairing it up with,
what's that,
like
teal?
Teal.
Is that one of your colors?
Yeah, teal, we meet again.
Oh,
but see, that would be a cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and last installment of the Princess Bride Sock Club shipped out last week. Hopefully everybody has those. That was the mostly dead colorway. I haven't decided what next month's going to be. It might be, I have about 3 different names, color names I'm kicking around. So be sure and sign up for that. And the Christmas Advent sign-ups will be going through the end of October, depending on how soon. I've got all the colors done up. I just have to start making them in bulk now. So depending on how soon I can get those going will kind of depend on when I close the pre-orders, but for sure through the end of October.
Cool.
So, bada bing.
And maybe you might win it
And
if you
maybe
enter
you might
something
win
in
it.
our
Yes.
Knit One and Done.
So,
All
wow.
right.
Lots. I'm going to try to get some yard work done this week. I think I mentioned that.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful day.
I
We could
know.
get started.
Before the snow hits.
Yeah. Don't. What? Why do you have to do that?
Sorry, I just ruined the whole podcast.
Just ruined my day.
A
No, I
dirty
actually
word.
love the snow, but I don't like being out in it, but I love looking at it.
And I don't like it about February.
No,
when it's
because it gets
dirty
gross.
and-
Yeah.
Ugh, it's
Well, I
just
feel like when I was little, it used to snow regularly. So it didn't just snow once and then get totally disgusting, dirty, and
I think that's global.
I do too.
know,
It bums me
it's-
out because we used to have a real winter.
Although when we get a real winter here, we get
It does seem to
A
come
real
all at
winter.
once, though, which is not the
Yeah.
best.
right.
So let's not borrow trouble. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. All right. Well, I will wrap us up by saying support your local yarn shop. Stay safe. Wear your mask.
Like,
Don't forget to vote.
yes, don't forget to vote. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like us.
That's fine.
You know,
We're
yeah.
not everyone's cup of
Yeah,
tea.
we're not
So,
professionals.
thanks for joining us. We love having you, and you guys have a great couple weeks.
Stay safe.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.